Hi, Black Eagle Drangus.
Hi, Jason Drangus.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Oh, doing pretty good. I wasn't
Yeah,
even planning on going live, and then and then after
good.
asking this, I said, "Oh hell, I'll go live for a little bit."
Yeah. Well, we don't have to stay up too long.
Nah, no, that's
Just
cool.
wanted to say hello, hello.
Hi, Black Eagle. You're awesome.
Well, I think you're pretty awesome too, Jason.
Thank
Just
you.
you and me. Just you and me, kid, tonight, huh?
Yeah, be like what's that? George Burns in some movie with Brooke Shields called "Just You and Me, Kid" or something like that.
How is that? Oh, right, right.
Yeah, I saw that ages ago on
I
TV.
know. I was gonna say it's sort of ringing a bell.
Yeah, I think from
What
like
was he like? Her. What was the premise of that movie?
I don't know. It's some of comedy. I don't know if he adopted her or something like that. I can look it
Okay.
up. Well,
The
I saw well, no movie I wanted to see for a long time that she did was well, I remember Alice, Sweet Alice, right?
right.
Um, that was a movie that they kept. Well, I found out Cisco and Eva. They used to back in time whenever a movie was didn't do well, they would just give it another title and a different actor and then re-release it. I think
Oh,
they
no
put it
kidding.
up. Yeah, it was Alice, Sweet Alice. I think they put out like Communion or what have you, and they were saying starring Brooke Shields, but she's only in it for a few seconds, and
Oh,
then
no kidding.
whenever her stars started to rise, they re-released the thing starring Brooke Shields. She's only in for like a few minutes.
Right.
It's actually a pretty good movie.
Is it?
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, it was Alice, Sweet Alice. That's what title, and then Communion and one other title. I can't remember what it was. But I
Yeah.
didn't know they used to do that though. But they used to re-release movies and put them back out there or retitle them.
Yeah. I would, I mean, I bet if I saw part of it, it might ring a bell
Yeah, it's not
because it
too
was
bad.
so long ago.
Well, the killer had like a raincoat on, and they had like one. Those clear masks you see with like the makeup on it. It'd be like a clear mask they're wearing. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what the killer had in it though, and that was before
Okay.
like a year or two before Halloween came out. It's like those. It's trying to be like a who done it type thing. Well, it's kind of like Psycho before then. And then they had
Yeah.
like a whole bunch of who done it ones back in the early '70s.
She's aged really well. I mean, it's nice
Yeah,
to see someone like her who didn't go and have a shit ton of reconstructive
yeah,
surgery. I mean, she aged. We all age, right?
yep,
Um, it's, I mean, everybody has their opinion on, uh, you know, I mean, I wonder too sometimes if I had a shit ton of money to waste, if I might
yeah.
do something. I doubt that I would.
No,
Um, like I'm a freak about my teeth, so maybe I don't know. I guess maybe if I got older or whatever, I'd probably have like veneers or something. I don't know, but for now, I've been blessed. But anyway, so I mean, I don't know. And I mean, I've nursed 5 kids. So would I get a boob job? Maybe like a lift
yeah,
or something, but nothing grotesque,
yeah.
nothing like, n- nothing to like draw attention. I don't know. I probably wouldn't.
Do you remember Tanya's play? Do you ever used to watch a show called Nip Tuck that was on FX?
I think so. I think that
That was
wasn't that one of the first of that type of,
yeah, like about plastic surgery.
right, right,
Yeah,
right.
that was a
Hmm.
good show. I think I watched every episode of that.
Yeah.
Well, that was back when I used to watch stuff on FX. So they had The Shield and they had that show on, and then
Right,
Sons of Anarchy.
right,
You
right.
know,
Well, here's the thing. You
yeah,
ready for the thing? I'm
yeah,
always saying, here's the thing. My kids
yeah,
drives them crazy.
yeah,
But like just say Madonna, for instance,
yeah,
she would look fine without. Yeah, she would look her age, but she would, she probably. I mean, there's nothing like a woman like look at Jodie Foster. She's never
right,
done anything. She looks like Jodie Foster, who's now probably in her 60s.
yeah.
She still looks great. Annette Bening, she's another actress that didn't go under the knife. You know, but you look at people like, there's a ton of them out there. Like, look at Sharon Osbourne.
Yeah.
She looks weird.
Well, I know Kenny Rogers when he was still alive. Well, I don't know what he did. He really ruined himself with plastic surgery. He does. It didn't even look like him anymore.
Yeah. Hey, Forster.
By Forster. It was
Um,
just crazy.
yeah. I mean, he just looks bizarre.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, they were saying
Uh,
like Madonna doesn't look too good with the plastic surgery she got now
I
either. I
think
don't
she
know.
looks horrible. I think she looks
Yeah.
bizarre.
Yeah. Well,
But
yeah. Well, that's the one
anyway,
thing about plastic surgery. I mean, it could change your looks, and then you can't really change them back. You know what I
well,
mean?
then they try to fix it. They either try to fix what's been done that looks horrible, or they just become obsessed with every wrinkle and
Yeah.
every, uh, you know, it's weird. But
Or,
like I'm 59.
yeah.
My sister's 64, and she looks great. She actually, uh, people with black hair tend to not gray. Not all of them. There really is no uh, guarantee for anybody. But if you look at Asian women with black hair, they don't gray. It makes sense. I mean, black is a hard color to dilute. Period.
Yeah. I look like Bob Barker. My hair's all white.
Well, yeah, yeah, but you have a good head of hair for a guy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the majority of men per se.
Yeah.
That's the one thing y'all have that we don't. Like, we have our periods, we have to carry the baby, then we end up having to, like, lose our bodies, nursing and blah 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 blah. But the one thing that women don't have is we don't lose our hairs early. I mean, I have shit ton of hair. But my grandfather, he died at 94 with a full head of hair. So, like, people in my family have a lot of fucking hair.
Yeah. Well, I know, like on my dad's side, a lot of the Callan men, like they're like bald. I mean, like bald on the. They have like hair on the side and then bald on the top. Because my
Yeah,
dad was like
yeah,
that, and
yeah.
I definitely got my head of hair from my grandfather because there was a
Right,
picture of him in World War II. Well, he passed away a long time ago,
right.
and he had a
Well,
full set of
yeah.
hair.
I mean, it's genetics. If you look at the people that come before you, it's it's pretty good indication. Unless they, I mean, obviously, if they are in poor health or they, you know, whatever. But your basic genealogy
Yeah,
will dictate probably a lot of things.
exactly.
So, Anthony, my baby,
Answer my baby.
living in New York
Yeah,
City.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, I had a question because I did a review, Anthony, on Magnolia Bakery. I guess my friend sent me John sent me a couple. They had like individually wrapped cookies. They had like these thing of four of them. It was like a banana pudding cookies, right? And it's from
Mhm.
Magnolia Bakery. Did you ever hear that place, Anthony? It's like a famous place in New York, I guess. I never heard of the place before. Like,
Oh my God, I used to love going out to. I'm trying to think where it was that I used to go to. And they would have like Russian bakeries, and on Sunday morning, like, I don't know, I don't know where the fuck it was, but maybe it was in Brooklyn somewhere. I don't remember, but I'll tell you what, Jason,
what's that?
Sunday morning in the bakery, you have to wear like football pads, because these old ladies, man, they would just knock the shit out of you to get to what they
Wow.
wanted. But it would blow your fucking mind. Like,
Wow.
the shops the one that I went to that I remember distinctly wasn't. all that big. And it was just, they must have been baking bread all night long. It was
What sounds
unbelievable.
what sounds good. Well, there used to be
Yeah.
like a place that was open like sometimes at 4 in the morning. In called Mighty Fine Donuts, and now I don't think that
Yeah.
I think that location closed down. But you go there and get
Yeah.
like freshly made donuts. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When I used to tend bar, at, when the bar closed, we'd all go out and, well, would party our asses off, but then we'd go to breakfast at like 3 or 4 in the morning. And
yeah.
this guy, he opened up just for us
Oh,
because
that's awesome.
we would have pockets full of money and we'd tip him really well. It was worth it for him to open up and make breakfast for, bartenders and the
Yeah,
bouncers and, people left over from the bar, whatever.
that's cool.
Those are some. I do have some good memories of when
Yeah,
I was drinking. They're not all bad.
yeah. Oh, I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. You
Yeah.
know, I know like well, you talk about people knocking you over. I experienced it one time, but I guess there's a place called Erie County Farms or Mason or no Erie County Farms that was open up with like this big indoor farmers market. I guess like I never been to there, but I heard like people would just go to your cart and just take stuff out of your cart if they wanted it to.
Oh, really?
It was like a madhouse there. The only,
Yeah.
the only time I ever saw it was I know back uh my niece and her fiance were at Walmart and they had like the discounted things. I was trying to get my niece's attention and they had like these nutritional bars. I said, Taylor, I mean, could they reduce it? Hey, Taylor, these are like 5 cents a piece. This lady came over, grabbed the huge handful right in front of me. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty ignorant. I was trying to get my niece's attention. I got a
Yeah.
couple before she did, though.
Well, that was like back when
Yeah,
my Dana, my oldest,
yeah,
was into Cabbage Patch Kids, and it was this big nuanced thing that people would literally be fighting for a
yeah,
doll in the
exactly.
store. It was like, what the fuck,
Wow.
Chuck?
Well,
It's like,
I just, yeah. Well, it's crazy though, and I just heard a story by one friend, Todd. He was talking about that place, Crazy Deals at Egglestown, and they had like something where they had a bunch of like Magic the Gathering and Pokemon cards, and they had like
yes,
this special opening, and there was like a DJ there, and they had like they were giving out free slice of pizza, and then
hmm,
there was like people just go there with bags and just take like whole huge armloads of these cards and stuff. And they were knocking over
yeah,
little stuff. It was crazy.
yeah. It's it always just blows my mind when you know,
Or you see like
yeah,
the Black Friday people, you know what I mean?
right.
Like
He couldn't pay me to go to one of those things.
yeah,
Oh my god,
I
I
think
hate
I
to
went.
shop.
Yeah.
Period, but
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I think I went to one or two a long time ago. Cause I remember like everyone's waiting outside, and then like they open up the door. It says like, okay, it's like real calm for like about 30 seconds. And then once
yeah,
everyone started pushing to get inside, and it became
yeah,
kind of a madhouse. They actually made a horror
yeah.
movie about that. Did you know that?
I wouldn't. I believe you, but no,
Oh,
I.
yeah. It was
Listen,
called.
I've never watched any horror movies. I barely got through The Exorcist.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, this was called Thanksgiving, right? And then they had like a bunch of people like this one department store had like this Black Friday, and a bunch of people got killed or something like that. And then like 5 years later, this one guy came back killing people with like a pilgrim's mask on. It was done by Eli Roth. It was one of the movies that they had in the movie Grindhouse. Yeah, it was on Netflix. I think it's still on there though. I think I reviewed it
Mhm.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tagline was "There will be no leftovers," which I thought was kind of funny.
Did I tell you about that crazy neighbor I had one time that
uh,
she used to she was just bizarre all the
yeah,
way around. I just I finally had to like literally uh anyway, one night I was in my family room and the window was like pretty much ground level, so to speak. And I look over, and she's got her face in my window to
Oh
fuck,
wow.
fucking freak me out, which she did. And I was like, what the fuck? She thought it was hilarious. And I came out and I was like, do not ever do that to me again. And sure enough, like, I don't know if she was a, I know I was going to be like, Black Eagle thinks everybody's a drinker.
I know.
But
I
it's
know.
like, what? How do you explain? So the first time I just was, I was like, what the fuck? Oh my God, you
Yeah.
scared me. Don't ever do that to me again. Well, she didn't get the memo. She didn't get the message. I wasn't clear enough about how much I didn't appreciate that.
Yeah.
So the next time she did it, I was like, I will beat the fuck out of you, lady.
Oh
With,
wow.
like if you ever do that again. So she got the message that time.
Well, that's good.
She never did it again. But she, so we had another neighbor whose kid was learning to drive.
Yeah.
And instead of, he had his permit anyway. And with his mom in the car, instead of going forward, and hitting the brake, he
Yeah.
was in reverse and hit the gas. Anyway, he, he ended up uh, driving up over this woman's porch, which, I mean, had there been anybody on the lawn or on the porch, they would have been hit for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she wrecked the door, hit the house. There was definitely some damage. And of
Mm.
course, her husband was like, well, they were mortified that their kid did that
Yeah.
anyway and offered to like have it fixed and everything. Well, on top of that, they sued them
Wow.
for distress.
Yeah.
I don't remember whether or not they got any money out of the people, but um, during that time period, I was like, you're going to sue them? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She was like, oh, yeah. She said, uh, we sued my husband's best friend. I was like, why? She goes, well, he
Wow.
accidentally ran over his foot or something. It was a total
Mm.
accident. But
Yeah.
anyway, so after that, I just said, you know what? I'm not comfortable. Do not come on my property. Your kids are not allowed on my property
Yeah.
because I knew that if anything ever happened, she would try to take everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's
some
yeah.
people, she's also, I forget, she had some procedure done too that she was able to con. It wasn't liposuction. She had like, it's called, do you know what lipedema is?
Huh.
Well, it's like you have regular leg, and then her other leg was like this massive balloon leg. It was pretty weird, but
Oh.
her insurance paid for her to have the operation. Well, then she cried malpractice, and
Oh.
then so that she could get them to do the other one.
Yeah. That's
Just
cool.
just the type of person that
Yeah.
her order would probably never be right. You didn't. She's the type of person that I gave you 100, but you didn't give me my change. That kind of person.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Was that like elephantitis or something like that? She had a huge swollen leg or something, or
No, it's called lipedema. It basically means like she had some weird glandular malfunction or
yeah.
whatever. But
Oh, wow.
yeah, so she had water built up in her leg. But yeah, I was very happy when she moved out of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I would. I wouldn't blame you. You know what I mean? Because that's bad news. Hi, Lily Rose.
Yeah. Hey, Lily.
We got
Yeah.
Lily Rose joining us there too.
Yep.
No, that's crazy
Mhm.
though.
I know my kids couldn't understand why they couldn't play with the kids. I'm like, well, yeah, you can play with them, but at our house.
Yeah,
You play in the neighborhood or whatever. Some people are like that. Some people are just looking to sue,
yeah, yeah.
like
It's,
Mr. Magoo.
yeah, Mr. Magoo. They should. The Lord say, "Hey, you still know who you, Mr. Magoo?" That'd be so weird. She's like,
That was a good cartoon. I loved him.
I like that show. I know Disney made a version with Leslie Nielsen. It was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of weird. I mean, 'cause I watched it, and then they had like this whole big disclaimer saying that we're not making fun of people who are nearsighted or something like that. You know, it was just weird trying to be
Yeah,
politically correct. Yeah,
yeah, Mr. Magoo.
Mr.
That
Magoo.
was now. See, I remember laughing at that. That was funny.
Yeah. No,
But
Jim Beck.
it's so funny. You and I were talking. There's so many shows that I think Dana was mentioning too. I just, for whatever reason, I didn't find certain shows
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have a funny bone.
Oh, I don't know. It's just like the whole big thing. Like, I think Jackass is funny, and no one else around here thinks funny because I
Yeah,
watched it. I think it's hilarious because I was laughing my. I saw the last one because I know my buddy John at the time he had Paramount Plus, and he said, "Well, they got a new Jackass. We can watch together." He was pretty much stone faced through the whole thing. I was laughing really bad the whole movie.
yeah. Well, their world came to a crashing halt when their friend
Oh yeah,
Ryan Ryan
right.
Dunn,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I know
uh,
they were. Well, yeah, when he had that drunk driving accident,
mm,
passed away. Yeah,
Steve-O ended up getting sober.
yeah. Well, I saw his. He had. I saw his stand up comedy. I did. I think I did a review of that. That was on two.
Steve-O?
Yeah,
Steve-O? Yeah,
yeah. I guess he was in Erie. I missed seeing him. That would have been cool to see him in Erie.
right.
You know.
Well, there's absolutely no doubt that, I mean, look at Bam Margera.
Yeah,
His life is in the shitter.
I
But,
know.
I mean, it's understandable, just the genre that they were in. They're crazy motherfuckers.
Yeah,
It was drugs, sex, rock and roll, and fucking mayhem. So for somebody, I mean, when you think about it, if Steve-O can get sober,
yeah,
anybody can.
yeah. Or Ozzy too. At least I don't
Well,
know.
Ozzy didn't have a choice,
Yeah,
really.
yeah, that's true.
I don't think. But
No.
who knows? Maybe he would have. Aerosmith, Steve Tyler,
Yeah,
has been clean and sober for many years.
you know, Alice Cooper too.
Oh, did he get sober?
I'm pretty sure he did. Because he said he was tired of waking up all messed up because Lemmy
Sort of.
never did. Lemmy never did. Lemmy drank, I think, like 2 fists of whiskey and smoked like a carton of cigarettes a day or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look at Noel, the guy from Oasis.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ended up getting sober, but I mean, the list would be, I'm sure, endless of people in that business. How easy it would be to, well, I mean, and that's the whole thing about addiction.
Yeah.
You take two people in the same business, one of them becomes an alcoholic because either their predisposition or the genetic factor, or who knows, maybe,
Yeah.
but then you take another person that works side by side with them that can take alcohol, take it or leave it.
Yeah. Well, I know. I think they fired Bam Margera. He wasn't allowed in the new Jackass movie, Jackass
Yeah,
Forever, and they had
yeah.
like 2 people in there. You know.
You got to be pretty bad when those people tell
I
you
know.
that you're
I
over
know.
the you're over the
That's
top.
really bad. I think the only one that really really was someone who didn't do that was George Bird. He lived to be over 100. And he would smoke cigars like every day, like 5 or 6
Yeah,
cigars a day.
yeah,
But that was like exception, you know.
yeah. Well, people in that industry, nobody, I mean, nobody tells them no.
Yeah,
And that's why, not to get into a dark topic, but
yeah,
reason that so much sexual abuse happens in that industry is because, you know, if you have an opportunity to be in a movie or be in a movie set or, any job that puts you near celebrities,
yeah,
you're not going to jeopardize that. And
exactly.
not only that, the fear factor of accusing. But finally, what ends up happening, it seems, is that once once the lid is ripped off, then everybody comes out of the woodwork saying, "Oh yeah,
That's the same with like P Diddy or Bill
yeah."
Cosby or Harvey Weinstein. You know.
Well, and exactly, great examples,
Yeah,
Jason, because you can't tell me that people in Sean Combs' circle, they all knew what was going on. They were participating in it,
yeah,
and but I'll tell you what. The day I dropped my 15-year-old off at a celebrity's mansion to party all fucking night,
yeah,
I put the onus on the parents. Maybe not all of them had parents. I mean, there's no defined scenario. Who knows? Maybe some kids snuck out of their house to go, but regardless, there's no way after being drugged the way that they were and sexually assaulted that when they left that house or that mansion or wherever the fuck
yeah,
they weren't fucked up. Maids must have seen it. Butlers, I'm sorry, but nobody said a fucking word.
yeah, exactly.
Because if just say you're a bartender, you get to bartend for a party. P. Diddy probably making a few grand to do it.
Yeah,
Are you not gonna give that shit up?
no, no. I know. Well, I know a couple people. I know Cat Williams said no to him because he was offering like him like
Right.
Cat Williams offered like 50. No,
Yeah, but yeah,
yeah,
but still, Cat Williams is coming out now. But where the
yeah,
fuck was Williams fucking 5, 10 years ago? 15?
nowhere, nowhere.
None of them said a fucking word. Nobody.
No. But what was that? I watched that. There's some on Tubi TV. They have like these TMZ specials. I watched the first one about P Diddy, and there was
Yeah,
some girl from making the band that he was nasty with fired. And she was trying to tell about them. No one listened to her. I mean, there's
right,
usually one or two people, but not very
right,
many.
yeah.
And they get
Well,
chastised. Yep.
I mean, I don't know if it was with you that, or
Yeah.
Dan, I forget who we were talking about it with, but look at the kids that Michael Jackson molested.
Yeah.
The parents What parent in their right mind is going to say, "Yeah, you can go hang out at a celebrity's house
Yeah.
on, when you're a teenager or even younger for a week?"
Yeah. It
And
was.
the reason what he did, he basically targeted low income people. If I mean, for Michael Jackson to choose your kid, no matter who you are, you probably like, "Oh my God, it's Michael Jackson."
Yeah.
But if you're poor and you've never seen any type of lifestyle like that, he probably, he gave them gifts, he gave them money, which was no big deal to lay 20, 30, 40, 50 grand on these people, like a
Yeah.
good gesture, while he was, playing like, the uncle that, you know,
Yeah,
it's fucked up that he didn't spend a fucking day in jail. It's fucked up.
I know. It's weird. I mean, yeah, I don't want to see that surviving Neverland. I don't want to see that. It's be too upsetting. You know what I mean? Or what
Well,
about
I mean,
that?
I think I watched part of it.
Oh, you watched part of it.
Yeah.
What about that? Oh, what's his face? That one singer guy that went off on Gail King. I can't remember what his name is. That one, I believe, I could touch the sky. That guy, he got in trouble too a lot. Oh, R.
Um,
Kelly, R. Kelly, R. Kelly. There you go.
okay, right.
Yeah, he was bad too.
Yeah. Well, it, you know, when they say that when somebody says something, you need to believe them, and even at the very least, if you don't believe them, you need to find out what the fuck did or didn't happen. Everybody deserves to be considered innocent until it's proven.
Yeah, to proven guilty.
Um, yeah, I mean, did he? He's done. Even if he were acquitted, which who knows? I mean, to to think that he might not be acquitted, you never know. He just might. Who knows? Doubtful, but
Yeah,
with a tsunami of accusations coming against him.
I know. What I think there was something he filed a $50 million lawsuit against someone. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a talk
Yeah,
about the perfect case study of a narcissist who his entire life is fucked.
yeah, exactly.
He's losing everything and he's deciding to go on the offensive
Yeah,
to somebody else.
I know. Yeah, he said he files a $50 million defamation lawsuit against a grand jury witness.
Right,
Some, yeah,
right.
I don't know.
Again, exactly. What it comes down to, Jason, is power.
Yeah,
And the major force in power is money,
exactly.
you know. Uh, no matter how you look at it, look at the Catholic Church. The
Yeah,
reason that there's so many perpetrating priests still walking free is because fucking Catholic Church has money.
yeah. Well, they have
Right,
like I think the Vatican has like all this. I think the Vatican has like tons of money, like all this gold stuff all over the place and stuff. You
right.
know.
But there's also tons and tons and tons and years and years of tangible proof
Yeah,
of the atrocities perpetrated on people from the Catholic Church. I mean, oh my God, the fact that it's taken to to this millennium for people to start standing up against it, it's
I
like, what
know.
the fuck?
I know. It's crazy.
But hopefully, for future generations, it won't have to be that. It won't take someone like Bill Cosby
Yeah.
uh, taking advantage of people for years and years. Who you don't hear from, or look at Matt Lauer,
Oh yeah, Mount Lauer got
right?
left too. You
But
know.
look how many years he was pulling that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody knew about it. It's not until somebody finally says something do people start saying, yeah, we were, you know, yeah, he did it to me.
Wow. Well, there was. I remember that. We used to love watching. Dad and I. When my dad told me about the show when I got out of the army called The Frugal Gourmet. He used to love that show on PBS.
Yeah,
I guess there were some allegations against him, but then when PBS found out about it, they just yanked his show, and that was the last. They never showed it
right,
again. That was the last I heard about him. He passed away like
right, right. Well, it's, I mean, whether I mean, it felt like a swift
Yeah.
exit for Matt Lauer, but like people found out about it and axed him immediately. But clearly he had been pulling whatever he was doing for a long time. But again, if you're an intern or if you land a job working for NBC,
Yeah.
you're not going to get another job like that. And you're definitely probably not going to get another job like that if you're the one that is blowing the whistle on people. It's fucking entertainment business is fucked up.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with Harvey Weinstein. I guess these girls wanted to be in a movie, thought like they would he'd blackball them from the industry if they didn't do what he wanted them to
Yeah,
do.
well, look at Epstein. Look at Epstein.
Yep. Yep.
Parents dropping their kids off to go send their kid on a fucking island with him. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was bad.
You know? Prince Andrew, same thing. No one's gonna go up against the fucking monarchy.
Yeah. No. You're welcome, Anthony. Thank you, buddy. I'd say it again.
Hey, Anthony.
Anthony, not
Um,
yes.
yeah. So I don't know. I know it's a tough subject, and
Yeah. Well, we can talk about it. It's late night talk.
oh, I had to cook food for. We're doing another brunch
Well, that
on
sounds
Sunday, but I made chili, but I like to make it a few days ahead of time so that it's perfect by Sunday.
well. I bet you that'd be good. I would definitely try that. I love chili.
Yeah. Anytime I make soup or chowder or anything like that, chop suey or anything like that, I make it, or even lasagna. You make lasagna, put it in the fridge for a couple of
Yeah.
days, and it's gonna taste so much better.
Oh yeah, so good.
So good, so good.
So good, so good.
Here's Tanya for one of her belt outs.
Yeah.
I love it when she does that. When she just like screams out and like
Yeah.
then
Oh yeah.
contain contain.
I
You know what I'm
know.
talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's like is what she'll say. Like I think on her thing, she'll describe. She said, "I'm a Tanya. Learn about it," or something like that. It's kind of funny.
Or does she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen her for a couple of days.
Well, she might go live maybe 2 times a week or 3 times a week. It's not like every night.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she does some really long. I mean, her live streams haven't been as long as they usually were. Because usually they're like anywhere to like 24 to 30 hours. Now they're like maybe like 17 hours or something like that.
My God.
Yeah, I mean, she had the subscription to StreamYard. She was trying to. I was telling. She was talking about them raising their rates again, which they are. And
Okay.
on a free thing, you can get 20 hours a month, right?
Yeah.
But she does. She pays for that. She's trying to get something cheaper. I was telling her about restreams and stuff. I don't know if
Yeah.
she's going to go to restreams or not. You know, I know.
Well, I mean, with y'all, I mean, there have been times where I've been on panel with you for an hour or so, go to sleep for 3 or 4 hours, and you guys are still
I
going.
know. I've
Like,
had some of those. I've had some of that.
holy shit.
Yeah, I know. I've had some of those crazy ones before.
Well, you take your nap right on the stream, so
Yeah.
that
Why?
doesn't
Yeah. Well,
doesn't
Tanya fell
count.
asleep. Yeah, Tanya fell asleep, and she was snoring on there. And everyone thought that was me. They're like, "Wake up, Jason! Wake up!" I'm not even on the
Mm,
panel. That
that's
was
so
funny.
funny.
Yeah. I mean, I think she woke up and then ended it because a lot of times Tanya's videos, just like when you were up there, it was you, her, and Forensic. I wanted to make sure I listened to what when you were up there. I went back and listened to it before I went
Yeah.
live because Tanya usually takes the live
Oh,
stream.
Lily. Hey, Lily, have you ever tried spinach stuffed shells? Have you ever had that, Jason?
No, that sounds good.
Yeah. It's just, it's basically another version of lasagna, but you put the ricotta and the spinach in the shell. You know,
Yeah.
it's all
Well,
the same ingredients as lasagna.
I never had lasagna soup before. I had stuffed pepper soup.
Have you had taco soup?
No, I never had that before. I had taco salad, but never taco soup.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you think? I know it was kind of so funny. I knew when you were on that video I did today. I knew when you said I tried it 3 different ways because they're so small. I mean, if you bread them, I mean, they fell apart.
Oh,
I mean, if you
I
tried to
know.
bread them, they were
Just
thrown
put
apart.
the hot dog,
I
really.
threw on the hot dog. Well, I
It's
had
like,
2 hot dogs ready. I said,
you
well, I'll
be a break.
it'd be
It's
weird,
like,
you know.
if only you'd seen me listening to me while I was watching that, going, "Ah, you gotta be kidding me, Jason." I'm like, "Don't do it, don't do it." I'm like, "I can't watch this." I'm like,
I
"Oh,
know.
fuck it, I'll just watch it."
Well, they looked really bad. I mean, they didn't
It
taste
looked
bad, but
horrible.
yeah, I know they look terrible. I know. Well, Miller said this is the most disgusting video I've ever seen in my life. And he put Jason Callan's thing on it.
That's,
It's kind of funny.
that's awesome.
Hopefully, they get views. You know,
Yeah, gore. Put it under like food, not food porn, but food gore.
food. Okay, I can add that in when I go back. Okay, yeah,
You can have your own. You can start your own,
yeah,
genre of
yeah.
food review, food gore.
Oh yeah. Well, that sounds cool. Well, I've done other crazy stuff before. I mean, I've done like regular normal stuff. But I've done like
Yeah,
what is it? Blood pudding. I had blood pudding one time. I
yeah.
had the spider.
Have you
I
ever
know.
had blood sausage?
No, blood sausage. That's why I meant blood sausage, not blood pudding. Blood
Okay.
sausage. Yeah,
Well, there is such thing, I believe, as blood pudding.
yeah, yeah. It was. I think I got it really cheap because I've seen other places. Well, I don't work for Wild Fork Foods anymore because they screwed everything up. But I think
Yeah.
I mean, because I remember there's other places where they charged a lot of money for blood sausage. They had it at Wild Fork Foods, like I think a five for like $5. You can't.
Yeah.
That's not a bad deal.
I mean, I am pretty daring. I mean, I don't challenge myself very often to try
Yeah,
things because it's like for me, I mean, I don't go out to eat very often, so when
yeah,
I do, I'm not gonna waste my money on something
yeah.
I've never tried, and I probably will have to force myself to
Yeah,
eat.
I know. Well, Still Hater sent to me. He sent me 2 of them. There's 2 of them, so I got another one of those to eat. You know, but they weren't that bad though. It's just they look so they don't look healthy. They don't look good. So it's like I looked at it, I was a little queasy watching it, but
Yeah,
no, they didn't taste that bad. I put a couple in like the air fryer, cooked it for like a minute. But I mean they're so
yeah,
like I mean you could there's no way you could have breaded those because they're too soft. They were falling apart.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, what did they taste like? Sardines, squiggly little.
Well, they tasted like fishy spaghetti. The
Okay.
sweet stuff. Yeah.
Well, I meant like the flavor.
It had a
Yeah,
fishy flavor to it.
yeah,
It was very
yeah,
soft.
yeah.
And I know, like, I talked to Dead Skeleton Show about it because I was on there, and he said, like, he watched the video, he said, like, they look horrible. I don't want to, I'm afraid to get parasites because he was going to do it.
I would probably flour them and do like a batter
Yeah. But I mean,
next time.
they might have broken apart because they're really tiny, though, and they
Yeah,
might
no, no.
make a lost of the battery.
Or you could make like a instead of a clam cake, you could
Yeah.
make an eel cake.
Oh, there you go. Or you can do
Do
eel
you ever make
chowder.
like
Yeah.
yeah, do you ever make clam have you ever had homemade clam cakes?
No, I never had homemade clam cakes.
Yeah, there's some women down here that can like we're doing the brunch, we're gonna do it at least through I'm not sure. I think we're gonna try to do it every Sunday through
Oh, that sounds good.
March before everybody starts getting busy again. But so I'll tell you what, man, some of these older women, old ladies of the neighborhood,
Mm,
they can cook. Like I this last one, I did everything, but uh, they'll like we did one before, sort of like just to see if anybody would show up, and all these women brought a bunch of food. They brought like they made homemade French bread, and they made zucchini bread.
yeah, that
Um,
sounds good.
Yeah, everything was made from scratch. It was really nice for this kid's mom
Yeah.
because she's been having a tough time. He was 23 years old,
Wow.
her only
Yeah.
kid. He still lived with her, helping her. I mean, I believe her house is paid off, but I mean, and he's good looking kid, had a girlfriend. They were gonna planning on getting married. He's just
Yeah.
bought his own boat.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's horrible.
it's really, really, it's really hit the community really hard.
Yeah. I know
It's
it's
almost like on a daily basis, you bump into somebody who, I mean, we saw him every day.
yeah.
He had his boat at one of our slips.
Wow.
Yeah. I
That's,
mean, to be a 23-year-old kid,
yeah.
he already bought his own boat,
Yeah.
and it takes time. Like everything is so regulated up here that when you start uh, lobstering, you're only allowed so many traps
Yeah.
until you get to a certain point. I don't know all that shit, but you can't just all of a sudden decide you want to be a lobsterman and then go out and start making a shit ton of money right away. It just doesn't work that way. You got to earn your way up legally. Like, you know, it's regulated, I guess.
And I heard it's super dangerous too, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it is absolutely no doubt, but it's like any other job, really, when you think about it. As far as, I mean, the biggest element is being on the water
Yeah.
and being away from everybody, you know. But my boss has been doing it since he was a kid. His father was a airline pilot, and his plane crashed.
Oh no.
Yeah, and so he lost his dad when he was young, and actually, I was going to say he's never been on a plane. He might have gone. I don't think. I think he might have gone up in like a Cessna, maybe,
Yeah.
but he won't fly anywhere.
Mm. Yeah. That's. I mean, I can just imagine being scared to fly. Cause I've flown in forever. Like before I went in the army, I was a couple flights going to see my aunt and uncle in North
Yeah,
Carolina, and then
yeah,
when in the army, I had like 35 different flights while I was in the military.
yeah.
That's about it. That was it.
Well, I
I
think
instant.
right. I think if anybody actually saw how many airplanes are in the air, it would
Oh yeah.
freak you right the fuck out.
But they had something. I remember. I used to watch. It used to be Robin Mead on Headline News. I don't even know if she still does it. She's still on Headline News because they completely changed that whole channel around.
Yeah.
We used to have like this one guy doing like a weather forecast, and then he did a thing like showing like the planes in the air, and it was like a whole big
Oh yeah.
double thing of planes right around all
Yeah.
across the U.S. It looked crazy.
Well, they have this channel where they uh, all of the voice recordings between pilot and the
Yeah,
what's that station, the air controller, and that's pretty. Have you ever heard any of those where you can hear them talking back and forth?
yeah, the air traffic controller. What was that
Yeah,
one that had like the one kid? I guess one of the air traffic had his kid on there, and that kid was saying, "You're safe to land," like 10-4, and the pilot thought it was funny. And then there was a whole bunch of controversy, like they let this kid in help direct planes and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the hardest one to watch was, and it was real. I checked and checked and checked if it was a spoof, but this guy he hijacked a plane. He was the only one on it, but that's how he decided he was going to go out.
yeah,
He had never, I don't believe he'd ever flown before, and he ended up having communication, and you could tell the guy was trying to. You can probably look it up on YouTube, but it was pretty heartbreaking because he basically was resolved to doing it,
Yeah.
and he was having fun in the plane, and he did. He ended up taking it down somewhere. He didn't, he didn't kill anybody else in the
Yeah.
process, so there's that.
Uh, yeah,
He
people.
wasn't. He was on a solo
Yeah.
kamikaze mission, I guess.
Mhm. I've seen some crazy stuff like that before.
Yeah.
Mm. I remember these. I remember in the 80s used to talk about air traffic controllers all the time, like high stress job. And there was, I think the very first movie that had that was the movie Summer Rental with John Candy. It was a comedy, but John Candy started out as an air traffic controller, and he wanted to get away for a stressful job, so he went on a little vacation, And they
Yeah.
showed the air traffic controller on there and him going through stress.
Yeah.
Mm.
My brother-in-law flies, and my ex-brother-in-law, but I let him take the twins up when they were young, and that was pretty nerve-wracking to let them go. But
Yeah.
they flew over the house. I was
Mm.
like, "Oh my God,"
Crazy.
you
They,
know.
well, they used to have like these. I don't know if they still make them. These you can make your own like airplane. It's like you lay down and there's like a big fan in the back, and it looks like a
Mm,
kite. And I think it goes, and then there's some video of it falling apart, and the guy crashed to Earth or something. Like that was on 2020, a long time ago. Yeah.
yeah. Well, we were on the dock one night actually, and we were pretty sure that we saw our plane crash from a distance, and he did make an emergency landing, but because you could just tell something was wrong the way it was descending. It was just, it's the only plane in the air, and you're sitting on the dock going, "Is that something wrong with that plane?" And
Exactly.
come to find out, he had lost his landing gear or something like that. I don't know, but that was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Or something. What was that one? I never saw in the movie. That one guy with Miracle on the Hudson, where that guy landed a plane in the Hudson River.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I heard a
yeah.
lot of books about that. I never saw the movie though.
Well, how long ago was that? That wasn't too long ago, was it?
I think it was like in 2010 or something like that. I know my dad was
Hmm.
still alive when that happened, and Tom Selleck,
Okay.
Tom Hanks did a movie like a few years later.
Okay. You're not talking about the one Tom Hanks did where he was on the island.
No, no, that was Castaway. This was the one where he played the pilot Scully, and
Okay.
he landed
Okay.
on the Hudson. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. Sure.
That
Huh.
was something. That was something else. It was kind of ironic when that I don't want to give away the ending, but something
Oh,
happened, and
don't
then
worry. I'm not gonna watch it, Jason.
I'm not gonna watch it. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
maybe somebody in chat
yeah.
will.
He got off the island, and then they were at like some celebration party, and all it had was seafood in there, and he was tired of seafood because that's all he ate for like the last like 10 years or something like that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I know that's stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I were to be stranded,
Yeah.
I could survive on an island like that if I could fish.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather try to survive on an island than in the desert,
Yeah. On a horse with no name.
right?
Yeah,
Looking for the oasis.
yeah. I love that song. That was a cool song. I remember as a kid, I loved that song. Is that song in Tin Man came out about the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
What
I
do you
never.
mean, Tin Man?
Oh,
Tin
there was
Man?
a song called "I Never Get Nothing to the Tin Man." They didn't
Oh,
get
right,
no
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that
yeah,
one. Yeah, and the other one was like "Lost in the on the Horse with No Name."
yeah. I like that song with the ode to Billy Jack. Listen, children, to a story.
Oh yeah,
Anyway, at the end, it was they, you know, went up the mountain and looked for the treasure, and it was just a sign that said peace on earth.
Oh, that's cool.
But everybody killed themselves for the treasure, and they finally got it. And it was
Yeah,
just, it was the message of
yeah,
peace. Ha
yeah.
ha.
It was. That's cool. Well, I remember like Tanya and I would be singing. We sing like Alice Cooper or something like that. We do.
Oh my God, that was
Yeah.
hysterical.
We
I could
sing it.
listen. Yeah, I could have been. I could have listened to that stream
Yeah.
all night, all day. The two of
Uh,
you were hysterical.
Thank you. Well, I know
Because
Forensic.
I don't know your movies, and I certainly don't know all the music that you like.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she was clicking right into it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a big fan of. It's just weird because we tell Alice Cooper. I think I mentioned Jackknife Johnny. I think the first. Well, I mean, I know some of the Alice Cooper that were played on the radio because he had some hit songs that play on the radio a lot, like "School's Out" and stuff.
Yeah,
I think the very first.
you could put a gun to my head. I couldn't tell you an Alice Cooper song,
Really?
or
Oh, well,
maybe
there's
like
a
a popular one. I guess I
yeah.
don't.
Well, I'm sure you might have heard a couple, but I mean, they had like my friend Bruce, who in like I think in sixth grade, he let me borrow a couple 8-track tapes, and one of them was From the Inside, and then the other one was the soundtrack for Heavy Metal, that animated movie.
I
Yeah.
know a group that you might remember. Remember Three Dog Night?
Yep. Yep. I remember them. Yeah, they were cool. Yeah.
I
Uh,
remember the 8-track tapes for sure. For
well, that's
sure.
well, that's what happened. I remember for Christmas one year, maybe in fifth grade or something like that. I got like a stereo, and it was like a little stereo. It was like a turntable. It had a radio, and then had an 8-track tape player. And then later
Yeah,
on, my dad bought, I guess you bet a cassette adapter that you could push right into the 8-track. It would play
right.
cassettes. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
What kind of music did your dad like?
He liked like James Brown, and he liked Little River Band. He liked who else? He liked what's that guy's name? Uh, Robert Palmer. He liked stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jason, how old was your father when he passed away?
I think it's like 72.
Oh, okay. So he lived a good life.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he was born in 43, I believe. Yep. He
Yeah.
passed
Do you
away.
mind if I ask what he passed away from?
I think. Well, they just said natural cause. It might
Oh,
have been
okay.
like maybe a heart attack or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you what, darling, nobody in our generation is gonna just fall asleep and pass away. Not the
Yeah.
way that we live as a
Yeah.
culture. We're all going down with something horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of
It's the food, it's the ozone, it's
yep.
the rain effect, it's the way that we live. People don't live till they're 80 or 90, or maybe they do in their 80s or whatever, but nobody's going to be living until they're 90 and 100 in the next
Yeah.
however many years.
Well, I know my great grandmother lived to be like 92 or 96 or something like that, but she
Yep.
passed away at like 93 or 94. She lived in Punxsutawney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puxatawny Phil.
Yeah. Punx. Yeah. But she lived. I actually went to that place where they did the whole groundhog thing. Cause we went to
Mm,
Punxsutawney again like in 2020 or 2019 or something like that. And I did a
ah,
video called Gobbler's Knob. That's what it was called, where they have like they take out the groundhog. They have that,
yeah.
They wanted that movie Groundhog Day to be filmed in Punxsutawney. They said they could just recreate it in California.
Yeah. Well, again, we've had that discussion. Sometimes you just need to leave something
Yeah.
the way it is.
Yeah. Or just like they wanted them to. They had that movie, that thing you do that Tom Hanks did, and it was about a band that was rose to prominence in Erie, PA, because Tom Hanks loves Erie, PA, right? And they were gonna, like, the mayor Lou Tulio wanted them to film down there. They said, well, they just recreated it in like California, wherever it was.
Yeah.
They didn't film there.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing you never see is you never see the remake ever being better than the first one.
Mm. Very
I
seldom.
mean,
Yeah.
I was going to say if you could think of any, I certainly.
Mm.
It's not my area of interest, but
Well, the thing was good with Kurt Russell. That was a remake of the thing from another world. Let's see. Cat People was really good from the '80s with Natasha Kinski and Malcolm McDowell. That was a remake of the old black and white movie. But these
yeah,
movies, like,
she was married to Quincy Jones.
oh, she was.
Yeah,
Why? I've been seeing.
beautiful, beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful woman.
yeah. Well, I remember she was in a movie with Dennis Quaid called Savior. That's probably one of the most. That's a tough movie to watch because it's just heart wrenching. You'd be crying throughout the. Well, not at the beginning, but throughout the rest of the movie. It's tough watching stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah.
get it.
It's a good movie though. You might like.
Mm. I really don't like suspense or um yeah,
Well, it wasn't.
or anything that's I definitely don't watch gore.
Yeah. Well, I guess it was something like that. It was like a war type movie. Like he was a
Mm,
regular guy, and then he was overseas, and I guess his wife and kid were close to a mosque, and terrorists blew it up, and then he
yeah.
was like on an anti-Muslim thing at work, some at Bosnia or something like that, and then like he befell this one lady that had a baby, and he was trying to take care of her and the baby.
Mm.
It was rough. It's a rough movie.
Yeah, I mean, I like a good uh, I guess drama infused type
Yeah.
war story or I mean, I've watched a lot of those.
Well,
I
that
had a
yeah,
huge fascination on World War II,
yeah,
and because again, you even in high school, I remember thinking they just didn't make it interesting,
yeah,
you know. And I just remember thinking, I didn't really like learning when I was going to school, and but I did after I graduated high school and took some college. That I realized that I actually did like to learn, and I really wished I had felt that way when I was
yeah.
younger.
Well, I know there was a movie I saw. I mean, I saw this in Fort Detrick, Maryland. I rented it. It's just because it was a new release. I really didn't know anything about it. I was blown away by it. You might have seen this one, or I'm sure you'd like it. Is with Sally Field called "Not Without My Daughter." You ever see that one?
Yeah. I actually, we were talking about this, but
Yeah.
you and I had that conversation the other day,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
sure enough, on
yeah.
my on my news feed, that movie came up.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
people need to understand that I'm not saying people are listening, but there are things trend for a reason, not just
yeah,
because you purchase things. There are ways that they track what's trending and what people are talking about, and it happens to us more often than we
yeah,
realize. That you know, every time that you buy something online, okay,
yeah,
those companies sell your name to other companies. That's why you start getting spam calls. You start getting advertisements in your email. It's uh, it's crazy. Even
yeah,
when you purchase, you know, I mean, fast food is a prime example of you know their product promoting other products, but you don't realize that they're doing
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's crazy though. I mean, I've had stuff where I seen a whole bunch of crazy stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we found out sort of in one of our larger areas that I think you went to Wendy's, and all of a sudden you were getting McDonald's coupons in your
Yeah,
Wendy's.
yeah.
And finally, someone realized, well, the guy owned a McDonald's, he owned a Wendy's, he owned a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and yeah, so if you bought at one place, the coupon you had to go to this other place. I'll tell you, we consumers are pretty moronic. We don't realize how advertisement is used to entice us to spend our money.
Wow. They just had something really weird because my one friend Todd does these AI videos with me in them in different situations, and he did one when I was on America's Got Talent, right? I
Hmm.
uploaded it to Premiere to publish tomorrow, and I just looked on the thing on that MSN, and there was an article about America's Got Talent right there. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, no, I mean it. I'll
Yeah,
tell you, it's crazy. A friend of mine's brother works in advertisement,
yeah,
and he said the what do they call it? They're brainstorming. Uh, like there's just whole sections of companies that are just dedicated into consumer, you know, production and or
yeah.
consumer. Well, I can't even
Like
think right now.
marketing research, you mean? Like
Yes,
something
yes,
like that?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can't formulate a sentence.
It's okay.
And yeah, it's crazy, crazy.
It's crazy.
And now, of course, product placement on any star, any athlete, major athlete. If they wear people's products because it
Yeah,
sells. So they get the products for free, plus they get paid for it just for advertising products. Even things you don't realize, whether if they're carrying a Pepsi can,
yeah,
and a lot of these celebrities are very savvy, like the Kardashians. I hate to even mention them,
yeah,
but everything they wear, everything that they do, they are contracted out to help other people make money.
wow.
And you might not even realize it. The decor in their fake homes is all designed for branding and marketing. And that's why they're multi millionaires,
Yeah,
billionaires.
yes,
I'll tell you who the Chris Jenner.
yeah.
She started by hawking her daughter's sex tape, and look at the revolution that generated.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah,
And then like Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner now on Cameo, I think he charges like cause you can have like a video man on Cameo with like a
yeah,
I don't know, minute and a half, 2 minute video, what have you.
yeah,
He charged like $2,500 a video. I'm like, oh my god,
yeah.
that's outrageous.
And, yeah, and that's just something that he can pop off and then do a quick little hello or whatever, and
Yeah,
then the rest of the team will take over from there and do. Yeah, you know, it's crazy.
it
It's
is crazy.
crazy, 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 crazy,
I
crazy.
know, very
But
crazy.
yeah,
Oh, speaking of something crazy, I got another unusual. Well, my friend John sent me a review he did last weekend. I didn't hang out.
mhm,
Hopefully, we'll hang out this weekend. But I mean, we
yeah,
didn't hang out last weekend. He with some catfish dinner, so I'll be put up tomorrow. But I got something unusual to review. That I mean, I had a heck of a time getting them though. You know those cup of noodles they have for the ramen noodles?
yes,
Well, there's a new flavor. You'll never guess what flavor.
I think I saw some precursor for it. What is it?
Campfire s'mores flavored ramen noodles
Oh, no kidding.
with marshmallows in them. Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake. See, I'm gonna have to force myself to watch that one. Jesus. God damn. Jesus.
I know. Well, they got so many weird things because I mean, they had a breakfast one a while back. It was like pancakes and eggs and stuff.
Ramen
And
noodle.
yeah, ramen noodles. It was like it just tasted like ramen noodles and maple syrup, pretty much.
Well,
Yeah,
this is the way it works. So even if people just try it once, even if they just buy the product one time, the sales are gonna skyrocket.
yeah,
So
but
they just keep lobbing stuff up
yeah,
and seeing what sticks.
yeah. I had a heck of a time finding that though. That was a pain. And then my friend Chevy Feige sent me one in the mail. You know,
What did you go to, like, foodfreak.com?
oh, I never heard of that place before. Well, they got
I
like those. What? Oh, you made? Oh, okay, I didn't know.
you
I
can
mean, my friend.
steal that
Yeah,
concept, although I think I'm
yeah.
making it up, but who knows?
Okay,
Probably it's not that original.
yeah. Well, it's probably true. And then like the other item that I guess sold out, I was selling at Progressive was I think I mentioned the soup drops. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Well, that actually makes sense. I
yeah,
mean, there's certain bouillon type cubey things. I mean,
yeah,
I get that. That's not too far fetched for me to
yeah,
conceive.
yeah. But it was like a
Other
hard
than it's
candy.
well, yeah, I was gonna say, other than it's completely processed
Yeah,
food.
but I guess it sold out because it was like I guess I heard about it, but I didn't, it would you get it from the website. It was like $2.99 plus 99 cents shipping and handling. I guess they all sold out already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like Anthony Bourdain refused to do it,
Yeah.
but there's a Marco Pierre White. He signed on with a company so that every cooking show or whatever you want to call it that he did, he was pushing this product, which basically is a bouillon cube.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so every time you got to buy these pans, and you got to use these spatulas, and you got to use
Yeah.
this, and so I don't knock anybody for doing that, especially if it's a good product, right?
Yeah. Well, they
But
were
yeah,
well, they were pushing like those famous chefs. They had like at Walmart. They have a whole bunch of these frozen meals like Gordon Ramsay,
yeah,
oh Andrew Zimmern. Well, we talked about Andrew Zimmern. Remember, he said the guy creeped you out.
yeah,
Remember? Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they were selling all this frozen stuff. It's like overpriced. It's like it was really
But you know
expensive.
what? Here's
Yeah.
Jason. Here's the thing:
Yeah.
people buy it, so
I
fuck
know.
it. You
I
know,
know.
if people are gonna buy it, then they deserve to get shitty stuff
Yeah.
overpriced.
Yeah. Well, I did review a whole bunch of the Gordon Ramsay stuff. You know what I mean? Hopefully, they get views and stuff. But it was like for like $6. It was yeah, it was a lot of money, and it didn't look like it was supposed to look like.
Right,
You know?
right. Well, I mean, I admit I am a bit of a food snob. There's no doubt
Yeah.
about that. But
Yeah.
to a point, it's not
Yeah.
like I have the means to be, you know, a total food snob. But having said that, even in my own realm, if I didn't know, you don't, that's what I'm saying, marketing and labeling.
Yeah.
You could, you can take the same product and just put different branding on it, and you don't realize it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
so people don't, if people are embarrassed to buy generic, no brand things,
Yeah.
it's the same. For the most part, it's the
Yeah.
same product. It just doesn't have the labeling on it.
Yeah. Well, I was told there was plants that make ketchup, and they have like a generic bottle, and they fill up, and then they have like a Heinz bottle. They fill up with the same stuff. You
Right.
know?
Oh, but yeah, I was going to say there have been times where I have tried a generic brand, and it
Yeah.
doesn't taste quite like Hunt's or whatever. I don't Heinz. But the thing is when you're walking down the aisle
Yeah.
and you're gonna go buy ketchup, you're gonna go for the name brand. That's just what our brains are trained to do from the time we're little.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Was it Texas or was it Canada? We got Tanya here. Tanya just came in.
Tanya,
Yes. I'll give it come up. She said I got lost the road somewhere, whether Texas or whether Canada. I had to say that.
country road, take
Take
me
me
home
home to a
to
place
the place.
belong. West
With
Virginia.
Minnesota,
Yeah. Oh yeah, Minnesota.
Minnesota,
Black Eagle Drangus. Take me home.
take
Country road.
me home, country road.
You know, that's
Why
pretty
not
cool.
for a sing along, Tanya?
Yeah,
We'll sing.
Tanya, that'd be cool, Tanya.
It's only 5 o'clock. I'm probably not even gonna sleep tonight.
You know, it was weird though because I got up because Ash went live at 10:30, so I stayed up for that. Well, my sister, no, I don't know, she called me, I think. Well, I
Who
mean
the
after that,
Republican Ashton?
well, she had live at 10:30. She was mad at Anthony.
She must be high as a kite after Trump.
Oh yeah, but she was
There's
mad at what
probably
Anthony said, so she wanted to have Anthony come up on panel. I was going to talk to him about what happened and stuff, you know.
I don't know. No offense. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he said he said something that she got the screenshot for it, you know.
Yeah, well,
And that was about that. Yeah,
I decided after we talked last night with Spook that I'm gonna walk
yeah,
the walk. I'm not paying
yeah,
attention to
yeah, yeah,
anything that just is a bunch of bullshit.
yeah.
I'm just not. You know, I don't
Yeah, I
give a
know.
fuck.
Yeah,
I don't
oh,
give a.
there you go. There you go.
I don't care what people are saying about me. I don't care what people think about me.
You want to come up, Tanya? You can if you want. That'd be fun. 'Cause I mean, after that, with the thing with Spoof, I just talked to her some more, and then I talked with Forensic some
Yeah,
too. You
I'm
know?
glad. I'm glad. I'm glad that you
Yeah,
did that.
yeah,
You feel so helpless, so far away. It.
yeah, exactly.
You leave a life like that, and it's like, fuck.
I know. Well, I talked to Spoof earlier today too. You know,
Good.
over
How's she
the
doing? She doing all right?
yeah.
Still
She's making it through. She's still upset about stuff.
catch.
Yeah, yeah. So
Gotcha.
gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, Tanya, you can come up if you want.
I've gotcha.
Gotcha. I gotcha, mate. Well, that's
Uh,
funny. The Tanya star I got lost on the wheel somewhere. Was it Texas? Was it Canada? It was funny. Like, we know that album pretty good.
yeah,
It
I
was
think
just
that's
by
great.
accident I mentioned that album too. What's that?
I know. I love listening to you too.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. It's funny. I mean, because
It's funny.
yeah. Well,
Dennis, well, I think this is funny. It's like, yeah, I don't get it.
yeah. Oh,
Maybe
no.
we have a different sense of humor.
Oh, yeah. Well, that thing. When
Well, I started thinking about it. I
yeah,
always do that, Jason. I
yeah,
always think, okay, I've got a mindset. Maybe I need to like stop for a minute and
yeah,
step outside of what I think that
yeah,
I know or the way I see things and try to see things from a different
yeah,
perspective. And, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I get it. I see your point of view, but certain things that I'm like, yeah, because here's the thing, Jason. You ready for the thing?
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Is your initial instinct, your gut instinct, when something happens and you get that feeling, whatever it is generally the most accurate. You're probably spot on right there.
yeah,
If you're talking to someone and you get a feeling like, something's off with this person,
yeah,
trust it.
yeah.
Maybe
That's
not as easy to do online, but I have, you know, I know my strengths and
yeah,
weaknesses at this point. I'm old enough to, I'm older than dirt. So I know now that if I get an off feeling about someone, that I listen to it. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm not when you're not raising kids and you're not out there doing that stuff. It's so easy to miss red flags or to miss signposts that are blaring at you.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I guess maybe a little age and maturity gives you the ability to sidestep a lot of fucking bullshit.
Are you got that too, Aunt Lily? That's cool. I love those like little photos she takes with those little dolls and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's cool.
yeah. I mean, and it happens more than we realize that gut instinct. And again, it's because we're busy. We don't have the time to stop and say, something feels off here. Or we feel like something's off and then we just blow it off. It's like, oh, okay.
Exactly. Hi,
One time,
Tanya.
right? I was
Hi.
going in.
Hi,
Hey,
Tanya. How are you?
Tanya, want to hear a fucking crazy story?
Totally.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going into the grocery store, right? And this chick, she kind of like, you know,
Woman, but proceed.
yeah, this woman. Well, I couldn't tell at first. I had to really look and see if it was a woman or a man. Head shaved, army boots, whatever.
Well, I
And
mean, probably a female. So, and your point?
yeah, I
I
didn't
mean,
know it was female,
you
right?
thought they looked androgynous. You were not sure about their gender, is what you're saying.
Right. Plus, I was pissed off because she didn't
Yeah.
like elbow me, but she just kind of like nudged me out of the way. So I'm like, yeah, what the fuck?
Oh
Anyway,
no.
so I blew it off. I do my shopping.
Uh,
I leave. I
mm.
found out the next or that night on the fucking news that she fucking stabbed somebody in the fucking grocery store the same time I was fucking there.
Oh
Oh
my
wow, you
god.
got lucky. I mean, it wasn't you. You were not
I
the
mean,
first
I
choice.
probably left and it
Yeah.
You were
happened
hit
like
list.
right after.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, because when I was there, I didn't hear any commotion. I didn't hear anything like that. But when they put it on the news, I was like, oh my God, I knew that girl. I fucking know her. She like bumped into me.
That's
How long
crazy.
ago did this happen?
This was like, I don't know, like maybe 10 years ago.
Oh shit. Well, that was okay. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
That's,
crazy though.
Yeah,
oh,
she's
so
just
you were
like,
just like rehashing that from a decade
yeah,
ago. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
and she just like out of the blue, she just had a psychotic break and fucking stabbed some fucking woman in the fucking.
Well, I mean, shit happens. I mean, I've been stabbed a few times. No biggie.
Oh wow.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Jason's been stabbed.
Well,
His
this
share.
this woman
His
this
share.
woman didn't make it, Tanya.
Um, come
She
on.
she
I
she
mean,
didn't live to tell the tale.
what do you
But
mean?
that
Who
was the
didn't? Oh, you mean the
craziest
one that
thing.
she stabbed after you had 10 years ago?
The
The
one
one
that
that she
I
stabbed
was in the
after
store.
you 10 years
I was
ago?
in, right. I was in the store and she just randomly stabbed some person. The person
Yeah.
died.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks. Okay. Well, there are crazy people in the world, no
Well, who
doubt.
knows? I bumped into her walking into the store, so who knows if I'd have bumped into her in the.
Cool. She had a knife. She did that. That's probably remarkable since the majority of violent crime is not done by females. So
Mhm.
when it is,
Yeah,
Yeah.
hey, you
you
don't
gotta
forget
know
that shit. Or
you gotta
especially if
know
you
where
were.
I live. Where I live,
I
shit
mean,
gets
I'm
real.
asking you how in the hell that you knew it was her because her she probably had a mugshot on the news
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah,
You're like, oh my god,
Wow.
that's the woman who tried to
yeah,
stab me the night
yeah,
before. Yeah, yeah,
That's crazy. That's wacky.
yeah.
Hi,
yeah.
Tanya.
So cool. Hi.
I lived in a pretty small town.
Wow.
Up in Maine. You live in Maine, right, girl?
Yep, with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruce, and he's in Surrey.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even look at my phone today. See how many text messages he sent me.
Okay. Oh
Where
no.
am I even up here?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Are they by him? Of course they are. Yup, Bruce. Bruce texts me about I don't know, like a lot. I'm like, eh. Like he texts me so much every day, and
Yeah.
but then again, I've been having sex with him for like 30 years, you know,
Wow.
since I was like 19.
Yeah.
Shit. And I'm like, well, I mean, I hated it in a while because I thought he's getting a little too attached, and I'm not sure if I want to have a relationship. You know, like when you start just having when you think you want a relationship in the beginning, and then it just turns
Yeah.
casual, and it's
Yeah.
because it's like you're thinking it's on there, and they're not really looking for something, and then you turn it, your mind goes casual, and then when they start getting serious on you, you're so fucking set in the casual mode that you're like, I'm not even feeling it anymore. I mean, what? But I love the guy. So, like, we've gone back and forth like this for like decades. I don't know what to do. So, I mean, he lives in Maine though, so maybe. Oh, you're married though, right, girl? Are you married?
Technically, but
You guys live close to each other. I should ever introduce you to Bruce. He's one of my. I mean, he's my best friend. I've had a lot of sex with him. He has a dick that don't quit. By the way, he's got one of the most perfect cocks in the world.
Yeah.
Did I go too far? Did I say too much on Jason's channel? I'm sorry, Jason.
No, you can say no. That's fine. That's fine.
Sure. He's like,
I've
what
had
are you?
first worse. I had far worse on my job, believe me.
I can't. I'm gonna look at what he sent me today. God, he sent me like 20 things.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think he's losing his mind. That's the problem, though. So we should probably steer clear of Bruce. He's kind of losing his shit because he like.
Well, that's what they named. That's what they named the shark in Jaws. Remember they named him Bruce.
No, I didn't know they named the shark Bruce.
Yeah, in Jaws. Yeah.
Just keep him in Maine. Don't bring him to Minnesota.
Well, that's cool that we got a buffer. That's a good buffer zone.
Yeah.
I decided because I'm like, if he was
you
back,
you get a time zone difference.
well, only by 1 hour because he's like East Coast and I'm Central, so it's only an hour.
That's all right.
Like he's only an hour ahead in the future. He's in the future. He's got jetpacks and all that shit.
Yep. Flying cars.
Yep.
And Mr. Space.
And so does Black Eagle, by the way. She's got jetpacks in the future.
Yeah, she got jetpacks, and she has just
like she's like back to a DeLorean, like
yeah.
She's probably fucking my fucking number one favorite celebrity crush, Crispin Glover, who played George McFly in Back to the Future. Like,
you're safe with me, Tanya.
I might see with you. Okay, I will come to Maine, but we won't tell Bruce. Okay, I'm gonna come and stay with you. Okay. You know, I will bring Bruce over. I've had a threesome with Bruce before, so we can do it again. Would you be down? We can involve Jason. We can make it a whole. Would that be a foursome? I've never had it. Okay. Actually, there were 4 people involved during my threesome. One guy just fought. There was this dude named Ray, and he was like a deer in the headlights. He just stood in the corner and watched the threesome happen. And I'm like, what is Ray doing? You know? But yeah. You guys have had a group.
See, that would be a good song, Tanya.
Yeah. I know.
Foursome once. No, what did you say? I had a threesome, but I had a foursome that was.
I had a threesome, but I forget that Ray was watching us. So there were 4, but one was just a voyeur.
Yeah, it'd be like performance art.
Well, it was not planned. It just happened. Yeah. We were doing speed. You remember speed back in the 90s? And you remember in the early 90s, like you remember the pills speed? They were just basically caffeine pills, but kind of like meth pills. They were really strong. And then we were drinking Captain Morgan and Cokes, and I brought the fucking new CD Dummy by Portishead over, a German band. I said, you guys got to hear this. So we put it in their CD player because this is the early 90s, mind you. And we went down to the basement to one of the dudes' art studios, and like the fucking bass was pumping through the floor. It got us all horny, obviously. So we all started having sex. Just happened everywhere. Yeah. And it was just me and like Aaron and Bruce and Ray. I was the only girl. So, but Ray was just like, I'm like, please do not involve Ray. I'm already getting spit roasted by 2 guys. I do not need a third involved in this scenario. I do not need to be double penetrated.
Jesus
It'd be like a remake of Bob
I
and
mean,
Carol.
triple penetrated. I was already being double penetrated.
Yeah.
That was a fucking, and then we had an ongoing menage a trois for a decade.
Oh no.
But then I started fucking them both separately. I'm like, hey, I mean, casual sex in the 90s
Yeah.
was the best, and I just kind of like kept fucking both of them for a minute, and then I mostly fucked Bruce, and then Bruce just kind of like he's been like a hanger on her, and now we're still just like, he's like, I think we're meant to be together. I'm like, you're right. I'm fucking 50, and we started fucking when I was 19. So it's been 31 years or what have you. And I'm like, maybe we do belong together, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if I really belonged with anybody, I'd have been with you by now.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I don't.
Well, you did your own version of Three's Company. You know, that was your Three's Company moment.
Yeah, but with sex.
Yeah,
Lots of it. Yeah. No, nobody had to act like they were gay like Jack Tripper did. Nobody had to pretend they were.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how like Norman Fell was. Well, Norman Fell was so funny, and then they didn't really do the gay thing that much whenever Mr. Furley was on. I don't think Mr. Furley was just himself. You know?
Well, I mean, the thing with Norman Feld and who played a Helen again, I can't remember her name. She's a really good actor too.
Yeah.
They something happened where they started the Ropers. You remember the Ropers? And then they kept Three's Company going, and they brought a new landlord, which was Don Knotts, right? Mr. Furley.
Yeah.
And then the Ropers fell through because their product. I was watching. You don't even know how much I love Three's Company. I was watching only a few months ago. Again, I was watching like a documentary, not even a documentary, just a thing on YouTube about like how it fell through with Norman Feld and God, I can't remember Ellen Roper's name. God,
Audrey Lindley.
Okay, there you go. Okay. And they were like, all right, they kept saying, we're looking to go in a different direction, you know, like, because obviously Suzanne Summers had, like, you know, how that fucking fiasco went. And then Cindy came in, whatever. And then, you know, Nurse Terry and all that. And they're like, we're just going to take it in a different direction, but we want to give you a spin-off called The Ropers.
Yeah.
And they went like a season and a half. They're like, all right. But if it doesn't work out, do I still have my job back at Three's Company?
Yeah.
And they're like, yes, you do. But they brought on fucking Don Knotts. And then when they tried to get their job back, when the Ropers failed, they said, sorry, no such luck. They kind of screwed.
Yeah. Well, Don Knotts went through the roof on that show. I mean, you know, he's a great actor. Like
phenomenal. He was phenomenal.
Well, he was awesome.
I could literally, if I had to pick the favorite landlords out of the fucking Ropers or Mr. Furley, I could not, because they were both equally
They're both awesome. And I love because we talked about this. Norman Fell would look at the camera, break the fourth wall, and have that smile.
He would break that fourth wall, and with that smile. Oh my god.
Yeah, one of the guys that used to comment on my video was named Mr. Roper Smile. That was his channel's name, which is a great name for a channel.
Dude, anybody who knows that smile knows that smile. Where he'd break the fourth wall and he'd do that like grin was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And then he'd go right back into character, and I'm like,
Tanya, I gotta jump off. I gotta take my dog out.
Okay. Thank you for coming up, Blackie.
She's got to take a dump or her dog out.
No, it's dog out.
I love you, girl. I'm gonna come to Maine. We're gonna hook. I'm gonna have a new threesome with her and Bruce.
You're definitely welcome. All right, much love.
Love you.
Okay, I love you guys.
Bye. Hi, Tanya.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing okay, but I mean, I was lost on the road somewhere.
Was it Texas or was it Canada?
Well, drinking whiskey by the morning light.
And you worked that stage all night long?
Yeah, I know.
We were screaming for the feeling. Were you screaming for the feeling up there?
Yeah, and I was.
Were they screaming for the feeling up there? And were
Yes,
you
they
much
were.
obliged?
I was much
Did you
obliged. Yeah.
propose a toast to
To
Jimmy's
give me
ghost?
toast.
Did you ever think that you would wind up on the losing
Lose
end?
again. I
Were
know.
you
I'm
stuck
stuck
there on
here.
the inside? Were you
I
looking
know.
out, Jason?
I'm
Were you
just about
just in his
to
face?
I
Where was
know.
your makeup? Where was your face? Were you on the inside, Jason?
I sure was.
On the inside?
On the inside.
And that's when it gets disco. Oh, it's so
Yeah, I
good.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, $8 even buys the folding
Did
chair.
you get kicks from what you saw up there? It
Yeah.
was something by the folding chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you down on Seagram's on another flight?
Another
And
flight.
you
Yeah.
worked that
I was
stage all night long?
not long. You were screaming for the field up there, and
Oh,
I
I
was.
understand that. You screaming that? No, did you scream and laugh about it? Your
Yes.
long hair drunken friends?
Yes. Yes.
Did the old road sure screw you good that time?
It sure did.
Could you not see where the fucking blah blah and the blah blah? I can't remember the other words.
Oh, that's cool.
I was trying to just kind of bring, dude, you're the only dude who knows from the inside.
It was so funny. Could you put that in the comments? I thought it was pretty clever. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Where? What are you talking?
Oh,
I did do that. You're right. I did. I came right here.
Yep, I got lost on the road somewhere, and I was Black Eagle. I have to say, it wasn't Texas, it wasn't Canada. Remember, that was so funny.
Drinking whiskey,
Golden light. I worked that state all night long.
Yeah, sing Nurse Rosetta. I won't let her catch me peering down her sweater, fantasizing silk suspenders on his thighs. Nurse Rosetta, make me better. Secretly, my eyes on her. Let me feel your tongue pressure.
Suddenly, twice beside. The pants all wet inside. That was so cool. I love Alice Cooper.
Hey, here we go. Billy, I wonder why are we insane? Will we ever get better? Will we stay the same? Billy, I worry.
Oh, Millie.
Billy, don't worry. No one knows the pain. Oh, it's crazy. Do you remember the words? Oh, I know you're worried. Let's do the chorus. Here we go.
Okay.
Got me up crazy, so we wouldn't feel alone. He was thinking of us.
He was thinking of us.
Got me up crazy, so we wouldn't feel
alone. He was thinking of us. He was thinking of us.
Billy, my mind seems to wander to events of a night long ago. Driving along with your blah, 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 blah. And the truck of your 16 and now we're McDonald. But such torture, his memory brings. All sliced up and sealed tight and baggy.
Just what makes you do funny things. Oh, Millie.
Oh, Billy, criminally insane.
Oh, Millie.
Oh, Billy. It is so fun.
I love you.
I love you too.
You're a sweetie. Mm-hmm. That was so cool. I mean, I think it was just like by accident I mentioned that because you're doing Alice Cooper. I said, no song I like that Jackknife Johnny song.
Yep, Jackknife Johnny. Welcome to our world.
I mean, yeah, and you said you like.
Andrew started with Jackknife, and I'm like, no way, do you know?
Yeah, Jackknife Johnny, yeah.
I'm like, that damn boy.
I know, it's so cool.
Yeah, I haven't listened to that entire album in fucking so long, but trust and believe that is one of the least well-known albums by anybody that is a fan of Alice Cooper. And because it was just like, what happened from the inside? A lot of people don't know that album. And it is one of his best, in my opinion.
I think so, too. I mean, it was just by accident. I mean, because I was in 6th grade. I had that stereo that had 8-track tape player. My friend let me borrow that. let me
Was
borrow
it on
that.
8-track for real? Was that
Yeah.
all? It probably
That was
was.
on 8-track. I had on 8-track, and then he let me borrow the soundtrack to Heavy Metal too. I remember both those pretty much by heart. That was
Yeah, I
awesome.
had no idea. Well, you probably could have, like, I mean, Avi, because it was like made in 1970, blah, blah, whatever year.
Yep.
So I do remember 8-tracks because when I was a tiny Tanya,
Yeah.
and I'm 50 now, but we had I mean, like, I don't know, we like, I was majorly a cassette tape player
Yeah.
person. I had cassette tapes, but we did have 8-tracks.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I don't remember having a whole lot of 8-tracks, but I eight tracks. Like a lot of people, when you say 8-tracks, they think, oh, eight, like the letter A. No, eight,
Yeah.
eight.
Eight.
There's eight
Eight.
tracks. Yeah,
Well,
so you gotta be part of that
yeah.
crowd to know that
Yeah.
it's the number 8 track, not a track, but it sounds like A every time we say it. You know, to like
Ooh. Well,
the Beatles.
I had another rare Alice Cooper 8-track. You remember Muscle of Love?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't one of my favorites.
Yeah. But it was
I
weird
mean,
though.
I did love. Okay, I loved. Obviously I loved no, I loved Killer. Killer's one of my
Yeah.
favorite albums by Alice
Oh
Cooper.
yeah.
Welcome to My Nightmare. You
Yeah.
cannot, because come on,
Yeah.
Steven is on there
Yeah.
for one
Oh, I
thing,
know.
and I also loved Love It to Death.
Yeah.
Loved that. Their greatest hits, which that's where Desperado came in. Which I'm like, which
Okay.
album? Like when they did greatest hits, I'm like, which one was that on again? Because I was really young, but
Yeah.
then I knew From the Inside very well, and I also knew the Black Widow. Black Widow.
Yes. Yes. That's a great.
M to the G. I remember I was like in 6th grade,
Yeah.
and that's where I learned I love the Dead and Dead Babies and
Yeah.
Black Widow and all that shit. And I'm like, what? That's where I fell. I kind of got confused because it was either prior to
Yeah.
no, because then I think I learned I fucking learned of Alice Cooper and like kind of fell in love with it was I love the
Yeah.
dead. I love the dead before they're cold. They're
Oh,
bleeding
free
flesh
flesh
for
for
me
me
to
to hold.
hold. I never
Cadaver.
even knew your
On
now
me.
rotting
Yeah.
face. While friends and lovers mourn your silly graves. I have
Yeah.
other uses for
That's
you,
so
Joe.
cool. Well,
And then the Black Widow, and
yeah.
then Baby, and I was like, oh my god! And then I moved home. I moved back from
Yeah.
Florida back to Minnesota, and then one time, and I was still a kid, and we had nowhere to go except for like a goddamn fast food parking lot to
Oh,
just like
okay.
drink under. No cell phones, no computers, no internet, no nothing, and we would just hang out. And then I heard this music, and I'm like, that sounds like Alice Cooper. I remember being a fan of that as like a fucking 11-year-old in Florida.
Yeah.
And I walked over to this car, and there was this guy, and he ended up being my best friend. We ended up being roommates, everything. I mean, I could probably talk to him to this day, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what happened there. I mean, he
Okay.
thought, I don't know, it was a whole thing. But and I'm like, what is this? And he said, Alice Cooper. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I think we need to be best friends. And we were forever. His name was
Awesome.
Eddie. I think I've brought up Eddie before.
Yeah.
But I don't talk to him anymore. I'm gonna tell you why I don't talk to Eddie anymore.
Okay.
Because he got married and his wife, no, it has nothing to do with his wife. It has everything to do with him. Could not accept like a friendship with me and him, but I knew that he always wanted to be more with me, and so I'm not trying to blame her, but like, why would you be with somebody who you have to like why, like, shouldn't you be the love of their life?
Yeah.
And so I blame both. I was so pissed. I blamed both of them, even though me and Eddie went through everything together. But yeah, we had to like completely part ways because I don't know. He wanted to be more with me
Yeah.
the whole time we were friends, and that was my major problem with being friends with males. In back then, I could do it now. like this, but maybe even I don't know if like it's not like they couldn't have been more mature. It's just like we matured and matured and matured, and like you still wanted to fuck me, like really. Like, I wasn't wanting to do that. So I honestly didn't blame his wife for being like, you can't. Listen, I get that that's your childhood friend and you guys have been besties since like forever and you've been through everything together. But it's obvious that you want to be more with her. You're married, my guy. And I'm like, I wasn't looking for that. So I don't blame her at all. I blame the dude who I thought like I wanted to be my platonic friend.
Yeah.
But I don't blame his wife for fucking having a problem because he always held a flame for me. It was I'm not shooting my own horn here, I promise you.
I
You
know.
what I mean? Yeah. God damn it. Thank you for hearing me out on that.
Oh, you are. You're always. I like. I like listen to you talk and stuff.
I had to okay. What about you? Do you remember those days when you would just try to be friends with a girl and all you wanted to do was be platonic and all you wanted to do was get in your pants and fuck you? You hated that, didn't you? No.
No, I wouldn't hate that at all. I wouldn't hate that at all. You don't know something? Yeah.
It was the worst.
Yeah. You want to know something weird about Alice Cooper? From that album I was mentioned, that Muscle Love, he did a version of that James Bond song, "The Man with the Golden Gun." Then that was never in the movie. I can't remember what happened.
You gotta tell me what year that was because I swear to you, I stopped listening to him after the Trash album. Like,
no, this was.
Before, I was like, ah, and then like, there's a point when you jump the shark, and I know Alice Cooper is like goddamn icon.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck what he honestly does these days. I know he's like got a band with Johnny Depp or whatever, and they go around. I can't remember the name of their band. What's it called? No, it's called something. What is it called?
What's that? I'm sorry. What was it? LA Vampires. LA Vampires.
Yeah, the vampire one. You're right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good on you. Fuck yeah. Like the dude's like 80, right? Yeah. And like he will never not be a legend. I swear to you, and out of actually I can't. I've seen every concert. I've been pretty lucky. I've never had a bad experience. But Alice Cooper was my first concert ever, and I've seen a shitload of concerts after that, Ozzy. But his concert was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. He put on the best goddamn show I've ever seen. Like it was like fucking 5 Broadway plays in 2 hours. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, this is it. It's from 1973, "Muscle of Love."
I know this song, dude. I just was never a fan of the song per se.
Yeah.
But I know "Muscle of Love."
Yeah. Oh, here's the 8-track. This is the 8-track I had. That's the 8-track I had right there.
Oh my god, for real. Oh, I see. So this is like kind of nostalgic for you. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I had. I mean, 'cause I got it for like. Well, it's really weird.
I remember "Muscle of Love." I can understand where that's nostalgic because you had it.
Well, I got it for 99 cents because I think my mom was like, back in the day, mom was like, I don't like the sound of these songs like AC/DC and stuff, so I was allowed to get a lot of stuff. And then like my grandmother, that's like some store. It was 99 cents. She said because it was cheap, so she let me get it. You know, it was like what was it?
Yeah.
It was like
I don't ever remember buying. I think I had a huge cassette tape collection more than the 8-track because I was a little young. I didn't have. I had the best cassette tape collection. I held on to it until I moved to where I live now about 6 years ago, and I had to get the fuck out of where I lived for fucking a really ridiculous reason. I was a stellar tenant. Well, welcome to the world. And then it's like, why hang on to everything? Why am I hanging on to all this shit? I don't do shit with it. For memories? For what? So I threw out my entire cassette tape collection, which was a large cassette tape collection. I had no 8-tracks. I also had an Atari with like Atari 600. Yeah. And I had like every Atari cartridge like from like 80s on, known to fucking humankind, threw that shit out. I threw out my old roller skates. I threw everything out. I said,
Wow.
bye! And I just wanted to minimize. I love that I did that because it was just stuff I was holding on to for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, what? And what was I supposed to do? Procreate? Like,
Yeah.
give that crap to, like, my fucking offspring? I never had a fucking desire to procreate.
Yeah.
I think, like, I mean, there are circumstances where a lot of people, women, because they're the only ones who can,
Yeah.
have no choice but to. But by choice, I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't think I wanna. I
Yeah.
don't think I wanna bring life onto this planet as a human because this is a shit show. So yeah, maybe Mother Nature could just maybe. Well, I think that the United States is probably going to get
Yeah.
nuked at this point, considering the trajectory we're going
Ooh.
to.
Ooh,
Like,
check it out.
Russia wants to nuke us, or North Korea, or maybe China,
Yeah.
or maybe Canada, because now we're trying to take over Canada and
Yeah.
Mexico and
Yeah.
Greenland and the Panama Canal and
Yeah.
even England, because Elon Musk, that autistic
Yeah.
fucking Nazi, is saying,
Yeah,
"Hey, we
yeah.
should take over goddamn Britain." It's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? What?
I know.
What the fuck?
Yep.
And, like,
What's
oh,
funny?
and
Oh.
now all of a sudden,
Yeah.
they're fucking deporting all the immigrants.
Yeah.
They've already started on day one. They're like, this time I'm not going to be like I was back in 2016, or someone's going to build the wall. Remember that time I stole the election with the electoral college? Yeah. This time I knew it was going to be a closer call, so I had Elon bringing him Starlink satellites and rig it. And he admitted to on the Joe Rogan podcast. Like, dude, I am so pissed about like what happened. But what can I do about it? Like, I'm just like, I just want to fucking check the fuck out. And I'm just like,
Tanya, can I say something? We're in it together, so you have me no matter what, okay? You're my friend, okay?
Yeah, we just gotta like. I mean, I feel like the deportations are like he's not fucking around. He's like, well, I've had 4 years, after that insurrection, and like the 4 years I served, and I had to wait 4 years to become POTUS again, and now I'm here for another 4, and I'm not gonna fuck around. I'm gonna deport everybody on day one, and he's already deported over 1,000 people.
Wow.
He just became POTUS on what was it?
Monday?
What day is it now?
Monday?
Monday. It's only Thursday. Yeah. He's been deporting. So there's this new term that I can't remember what it's called. I don't know Spanish very well. I can't remember the term. And you're supposed to yell like they're handing out cards to everybody, like because like ISIS. I almost want to call them ISIS. They can't do shit to you.
Did you?
But you know what? They're gonna be Gestapo like in this country. They're gonna be like, hey man, under Trump, we don't give a fuck about your rights. We'll take them in and they will put them in these detainment camps. For lack of a way of putting it, that they're building in like Texas and shit before they can send you up. So who do you think is gonna do the job? What
I don't know.
You think this like who is going to who's going to do those jobs? Who?
I don't know. I don't know. Was it Texas or was it Canada?
Yeah, well, Texas can suck it, and Canada's probably
Yeah.
Canada's like, hey man, we got you. We understand the majority of you down there in the United States do not want to take us over like motherfucking Trump did, like months out from his stupid stolen election from Elon, saying, hey, I just talked to the governor of the state of Canada. Do you remember him saying that shit over and over again?
Oh, yeah.
That's how disrespectful that cunt is.
Oh, did you? I mean, I had a question. As you had 8-track, did you have one of these adapters to play cassettes? I did.
I did not. Oh, I do. I do remember those. I do remember.
Yeah, I
had a. No. You mean with the cord?
Well, no. This would plug right into the 8-track. See that thing right there?
Man, I'm happy with all that. How old are you again?
Yeah, we had one of those. My dad got
one. What are you, 55, 6 or something?
56. And all I had was a play button and a fast forward button. That was it.
I'm 50. So I just remember. I remember having a recorder.
Oh, I had a recorder.
Not like the instrument, not the recorder instrument, but like a recorder.
Yeah, I had one of those too. I mean, you can record tapes and stuff, and then I had like the adapter too. Let me see if I can
I
find
didn't have the
that.
adapter. You were fancier than me.
Yeah.
I live inside. I don't
Well, I
know.
mean, my dad found that out. He bought me one. I think it might have been like $8 or $9 and stuff. And they wanted out.
Uh,
I can't remember the type it was though. But it was kind of cool though. It would plug right in there, but it just had a fast forward button. Trying to look. I think the
we always had it. I mean, I had a cassette.
yeah
I had albums on
yeah
turntable, and then well, prior to that, obviously 8 tracks, and
yeah
then albums, and then cassette tapes,
exactly
and then nothing happened until CDs. Prior to that, and then after CDs came the internet. What?
yeah.
Or
And that
no,
was,
like it was. Look, everything was internet capability after that. Like I don't know, maybe probably about nine. I don't know. I was like fucking wasted. I was the one person in my family who said, "No, I don't want the internet." And they're like,
yeah
you need a computer. You don't even know it's the greatest." And I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm partying. I'm having the best time. And then they coerced me, and then they gave me this huge fucking computer dinosaur with a huge tower. And then I got one of those goddamn discs from like Net Zero or Netscape.
yeah
Where I had to do dial up on my fucking phone line. And I'm like, all right, I'll fucking do it. Fucking, what is this? What is the big hype about?
yeah
What would I do? Well, obviously things have fucking progressed from there. Now I'm on Wi Fi and I'm good. I get it a little bit. I'm still thoroughly confused how the fuck I'm talking to you right now. It's
yeah.
fucking alien outer space sorcery. What
Oh, you there?
Oh, did I leave?
What happened?
All right. Well,
Oh
I'll leave. All right. Can you hear me?
no,
Bitch?
something happened.
All right, I'll go. I'll go. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
What's up? You there?
Okay.
Oh shit!
All right. All right.
What
Maybe I get.
happened? Something happened.
Okay.
I
I'm gonna
can't
take
hear
out.
the.
Okay. I'm gonna take out.
Oh, did I hit something? Shit! Hang on, hold on. Give me a second. I don't know what happened. The sound went off. Can you guys hear me? Shit. Can you guys still hear me? I hope so. Wait a sec. Give me a sec. I'm gonna reset. I had too many tabs open. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Here, let me hit a banner right here. Okay, here. Hold on. Okay. Hey, can you guys hear me? Wait a second. You there, Tanya? There we go. Right. Hold on. Hey, can you hear me, guys? Check the sound right now. You there, Tanya? I had to reset my computer. Because something happened. I couldn't hear you, and then it kind of dropped off. Let me make sure people can hear me because no one's responding. Let me make sure. Takes a second to go to YouTube. Can I stay on the StreamYard side so I don't see what happens? What's happening on YouTube? What's happening? What's happening? Let's see. Okay. The sound is. I can see what happened on my live whenever Tanya dropped off. I don't know what happened. Oh, wait. Tanya, you want to come back up? I'm sorry. I had to reset. Oh, Tanya, you want to come back up, Tanya? I love you too, Tanya. Oh, wait. I got to reset. Hold on. Yeah, you come back up, Tanya. I don't know what happened. It's like the sound went out and then you dropped off. And I had to reset. You want to come back up, Tanya? Oh, you had fun? I had fun too. If not, I'll probably just wrap it up. Let me see what's going on. Let's check out Instagram real quick while I'm waiting. Best film of the series by date. Yeah. What I have? Instagram. Instagram's pretty cool. Oh, man. You really, really insane. Oh, man. Oh, Billy. Let's see what we got here. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I did ask. That's okay. No, you want to come up, back up, Tanya? You can if you want, or else I'll give a few minutes to wrap things up. It was definitely fun live, you know. I had to make some stuff to eat too. And do some more reviews. I had to recharge my battery because I was going to do a certain item yesterday, and the battery started going dead. Like, oh well, you know. Hold on, real quick. I am mute. I'm still. I dropped the link. I'll try for another like 10 minutes or so. If no one else wants to come up, I'll probably just end it. But I'll find out what's going on. You hear me? That's cool. What else? I mean, is there anyone else? I don't know if anyone else is going live or what. I don't know. But I thought it was pretty cool. Like they had that whole thing. Oh, I want to try something weird. Try experiment again. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be weird. Oh, wait. So we see something weird. Here we go. Oh, wait. Hold on. I don't think anyone's coming up. I'm gonna have someone else come up. This is gonna be so weird. Here we go. It was so weird. He was thinking of us. He was thinking of us. Okay, let's see. Do this. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, let's go. Weird. Oh, wait. Someone else. Oh, yeah. Hey. Hi, Jason. How are you doing, Jason? Oh, this is so crazy. Hey, Jason. What's up, man? Oh, not much. How are you doing? Oh, Jake. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. Grimly insane. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. Well, let's do this. Let me search up here. Hold on. I'm gonna wait to see what else come up. Okay, it was, we had fun. It was lots of fun. It was very cool. It was very cool. Yes, it was. It was so neat. Hi, Jojo. Hello, Jojo. How are you? What was the one I was? What was the one I was? It was this. Wait, hold on. Okay, let me see. Go right here. Okay, go big. Then I think it's like when you do this. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. Hi, Jojo. Hello, Jojo. How are you? Billy. What was the one I don't know what. It was this. Really all going on. Let me see. Going right here. Going okay, Joe. Big. Then Jody Joe. It's like when you do this. Jody the world. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. Hey, Jason, get out of here. Hey, Jason, get out of here. Oh, wait. Wait. Get out of here. Hey, Jason, get out of here. Hey, Jason, get out of here. Wait. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Javelin. Javelin. Okay, wait. Hey, James, got it. Got it. Where's that thing at? Wait. Bye, Jojo. Where's that thing at? I can't remember what that thing I had. Oh, here it is. Bye, Jojo. Bye, Jojo. I can't remember what that thing I had. Let's just do one thing. I'll end it. Hey, James, get out of here. Uh-oh. How do Okay, I kicked myself off. Here we go. Jojo. Bye, Jojo. I can't remember what that thing I had. Let's just do one thing. I'll end it. Hey, James, get out of here. Okay, I kicked myself off. Here we go. Jojo. Bye, Jojo. I can't remember what that thing I had. Let's just do one thing. I'll end it. Hey, James, get out of here. Okay, I'm done. I'm done, Joey. That's the way I play out. I'm done, Judge McLean. Let's do one thing. I'll end it. Hey, James, got it. Oh, God. Wait for Facebook coming. I'm done, Joey. That's the way I play out. I'm done, Judge McLean. I'm done. Tonight, finito. We play all this way out. I'll end it. Hey, James, got it. Oh, God. Wait for Facebook coming. I'm done, Joey. That's the way I play out. I'm done, Judge McLean. I'm done. Uh-oh. That was it. Oh, God. Okay, I'm done. I'm trying to see if anyone else want to come up. No, Keith ain't here. We just messing around. I wanted to see if I could do that. It does get annoying, though. But I thought it was kind of funny. Oh, God. And it kind of gives you a headache. I used to do that all the time. I'm done now, JoJo. And people still people watching. That's great. I'll go on for like another 5 minutes. I'll probably wrap things up. I'm gonna go get something to eat. It's 5:50, so okay. I might do a review of that ramen noodles. I was going to review the campfire s'mores ramen noodles yesterday, and I thought my battery was all the way charged up. I did the eels, and I saw that battery light flash. Oh God! And I did the Mediterranean sardines, right? And I was going to do the campfire s'mores one, but I don't think I had enough juice in there, so I just did it a different way. And I'm not going to do what was it? They have microwavable instructions for it. I didn't think a microwave did good enough. So I'm just going to do the traditional way, just put boiling water in there and let it sit. That's the way I've always done it before. I don't know if they'll melt everything, but they say do it with. I'd rather do it that way, the other way. I gotta see. I can't find something. I'm looking for it, and I don't know what happened to it. I got like this seasoning still. It's really good. I saw a bunch of this delicious tangy pickle blend seasoning. It was actually pretty good. So I don't know, Jojo. I wanted to thank Tanya. I want to thank Black Eagle Drinks and Tanya for coming on this live stream. I dropped a link. I'll drop it one more time if anyone wanted to come up. I'll give it another 5 minutes. If no one comes up, I'll just end it. But it was a fun stream, Oh, man. Let me get something real quick. I gotta look for this one item. I don't know what the heck happened to it. I thought I brought it out with me, but I don't think I did. I want to do that the campfire s'mores thing tomorrow. That'll probably be like 6 o'clock. And then like 8 o'clock will be John sent me a review of Cajun catfish he did last week. And he sent me a teaser trailer. I put the teaser trailer up Monday, I think at noon, as a shorts, or Tuesday. And then he sent me this one today. And it was weird because I downloaded it. Well, usually he has on Google Drive. I'll download it, and he said, let me know when you download it so I make more room. And I said, okay. I download it, and then he'll delete it from his thing. And I'm glad at like 2 o'clock in the morning, Anthony had his, I don't know, when Richard had his live, I didn't really watch Richard's live that much. I fell back to sleep, but I was there a little bit. And then I woke back up, and I was starting to reload stuff or upload stuff for today. And I realized that usually John says, let me know when you're done uploading, and I can when I download the thing, and I can delete it. And I'm glad he kept it up, because I didn't know I hit download, and then I went to look for it. I tried uploading it. It said like upload aborted, upload fail or something like that. And then I went to look, and it said when I went to download, it said there was a system mistake and it didn't download. So I was able to download it and then upload it this time. And his videos are in 4K, so it's like a 5-minute video. It took like over a half hour to upload, but that's okay, Yeah. So what happened? That'll be up. Hi, JoJo. That'll be up today, 8 o'clock, and then I'll put my video up. That s'mores ramen noodles, and I have my own story for that, which is kind of weird. Yeah. Well, I've done that before, Jody. You've never seen it. I used to do that before. Boy, I mean, I was on this one guy's panel, and he was kind of being a jerk. I said, hey, look at this stunt I can do. And then he got all mad at me. That was ages ago. That was a long time ago. But no, I haven't done that in a while. I came in. I hit the link again. But let's say if you can, let's say you could do this. You have like the invite link. Let's say you have like your own little thing on YouTube or where the link is there, and then or like on Facebook. And you could click on it. Oh, I'm sorry, JoJo. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I let it go. I was on for a bit. I just did to amuse you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, JoJo. I haven't done that forever, though. So I was like, because Tanya was on here, and Tanya just kind of like hopped off. I don't know what happened. And then she said she had fun. And then, she's more than welcome to come back on, but oh well, she's always welcome. I don't know what happened, but I'll go for a few more minutes. I gotta look. There's something I remember I can't find something that I want to do a review on, and I don't know what happened to it. Sometimes I hate it when you can't find stuff. Just one item though. Well, I guess it got kind of annoying. But I had myself come up there, and there was one time I came up like 7 different times. talk to somebody and people like, you can't even know what you're saying. And it's like, it probably was annoying, but I kind of laughed. I'm not going to lie. Is this the one I had the $2 bill in it? Yeah, I got a $2 bill. That's just pretty cool. You don't see, yeah, what's up, your message? What do you mean? What message? Well, let me know on Facebook what message. Oh, yeah. He went, Jedi was like, it's war and all this other bullshit. Yeah, Miller went after me saying, like, oh, you're done and stuff. And it's like, he wants people to kiss his ass, and I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I've had this comment with Spoof before about Miller, like, he would come up, but he's cool and stuff sometimes, and then, like, he's like, you have to jump through all these, you have to, like, jump through all these hoops and kiss his ass because he's such a little baby to be his friend and stuff like that. It's like, not worth it, And every time someone, he complains about something, I go back and unblock him and stuff like that, Yeah. He was just being a dick on here. And then he threatened Anthony. I'm going to do a video about it. He threatened Anthony on his own panel, Anthony blocked Miller for good. I never had a problem. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll talk it later. But that's what happened. I'm going to do a video about it. Anthony wasn't too happy with him either. And then Anthony blocked for real. And then, like I said, Miller, I let that Star Wars thing go. But then he started being, I'm going to ask you. Like, well, good. I'm going to block you for real now. My mods blocked you, but now I blocked you. I told Glowy I'm resetting everything. I'm done, Miller. You want to be that much of an asshole? I never did anything to you. So it's all on you. That's why you can never have a friendship, because people have to jump through hoops and kiss your ass and stuff. And that's, because that's the same. I've had this problem with him before. It's always the same old thing. Yeah. Well, I didn't do it. He did it, Jody. Well, I know what makes this. Well, it's okay. It's all right. It's just, oh shit, these are the tiny tots. I did get these. Oh, cool. Yeah, tiny tots, the finest bristling sardine, the extra virgin olive oil, 2 later to 12. Oh, cool, awesome. But well, it's not my fault. It's him. Well, if you watch Anthony's live, okay, and just watch his comments. I didn't say one thing to him, and he wants to do all this stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. I won't. He wants to be an asshole. I'm not gonna fix anything. He wants to be. He did it to himself. He has to learn that. Just like be nasty to Spoof, which was bullshit too. He just has to know that he needs to be. He's just so selfish, and then he wants everyone to kiss his ass, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. I did a little bit, but now I'm not going to. Well, and that I didn't mind it. That was fine. And then he, and then that thing like he put on his community post was fine. He said, "This is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen," and it was gross looking. The baby eels, it was gross looking. I did it. He would never have the guts to do it. Oh, and I'll let it go, but I'm still doing the thing. He threatened Anthony on his own panel, on his channel. Yeah. Well, I'm going to do a video about it because he wants to do all this shit. I'm going to do a video about this. Just tell you my true thoughts about it. I'm going to do a video about it. And that's all. That's all. I would leave it at that. And he can say whatever he wants to after, because I don't care. He's completely blocked and unsubbed and everything. He did. Spoof went through the same thing with George Senda. George Senda called Spoof saying he was bothering her. That Miller was bothering him, and then, it's just. He's always been like this, Jody. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Well, that's why it's just the way it is, But I'm going to do this one video, and then that'll probably be it. I just say what I had to say, which I'd never said before. I didn't want to have to do it, and then he was trying to guilt trip me into he's being blocked by mods and stuff like that. I mean, I take my time out to go back and fix it. He should, yeah. Well, I'm just gonna do the video. I just want to speak my truth, and that's it. Your truth, yeah. Well, he's gonna keep doing videos no matter what, just like those other assholes. I don't care. I'm proud of Black Eagle. I'm proud of Forensic Chick for what they said. I'm proud of them, and they're my friends, so they have to get over it. That's all. And that was the only time I replayed anything on any Jeff's stream whenever Black Eagle said what she said. I loved it. And she was up here earlier. That was great. Anyways, I guess that's it. I'll maybe do it a couple more minutes. Anyone want to come up and end it. Well, the thing with the Star Wars, I mean, that doesn't bother me at all. I mean, but he actually thinks that stuff's real. Because he has wet brain. Because he drank so much, he has wet brain. That's a problem. He does. He has wet brain. It's like he wants to be like that. I there was time when he came up here, he was really cool. And I showed those. I thought it was very impressive. He had that. I went to antique shop and he was pointing out the Star Wars store. Yeah. And wet brain is something happen when you drink excessively. Yeah. That's what he had. I mean, he said he bought like 18 packs of Coors Light or something like that. I know, Judge. Oh no, that's okay. You don't have to come up. I probably gotta end in a few minutes anyway. So I'm gonna go make something to eat and do some reviews. Trying to find this one item. I don't know what I did with it. I probably put someplace stupid. I don't know. But I mean, I didn't have a gummy or anything like that tonight. I had no desire to. I wasn't even going to go live, and then Anthony came up. Oh no, that's what he drinks. That's what Miller drinks is Coors Light, and Coors Light's actually quite good. I like that beer. Well, then Anthony did a video about it too. Check this out. Where's it at? Hold on. And I thought it was funny. Anthony did a video. Right? Oh shit. Right here.
Coors Light is the warmest. I love me some warm beer.
Well, Miller wants to be a dick to me about it. That's all. I have some alcohol here. I should do some reviews. I was hoping Tanya would stayed up, but it's okay. She probably had to go to sleep or something. But I mean, that's just the way it is, I don't care. So I wanted to, I probably wrap things up. I wanted to thank my good friends Black Eagle Drangus and Tanya Z Drangus for coming up. It was really cool and everything in the chat. I mean, we had a fun live. It wasn't much drama till the middle of bullshit, but it's all right. Nancy was in chat. I mean, he could have came up on panel. I would have told him what happened today, but next time we talk or I'm on panel, I'll just tell him what happened. If he doesn't go over there, but it's up to him. So I guess that's it. So until next time, everybody, please take care of my Legion. Okay, just give it a minute. So until next time, everybody, please take care of my Legion. Good night, everybody. Good night. Night, JoJo. Are you drinking alone in the dark? Yeah, it doesn't end up well. Well, I mean, not in the dark. You have the lights on if you're drinking, so you know where you're going, Forster. All right, good night, everybody.